your homeboy, the one and only Great Dane, back with the new season of Squad Busters. Again, right off the bat, I will say I'm quite late to report on this season. As you guys can see, there's only 2 days, 20 hours left. And again, you also notice it's significantly shorter because this pass only lasted for 14 days. Again, they went with the casual May Gem Pass. Again, but I know by the time I'm going to be uploading this, usually my argument is whether or not the pass is worth it. Honestly, I don't know if they doubled the rewards or not. I didn't get a chance to look, so and by the time I post this anyway, it won't really matter. But again, I'm pretty sure the price stayed the same, but it looks like it's half as much. Again, it's hard for me to say without looking back at the past video, but again, either the value is half or they just doubled everything so it's the same anyway. But yeah, again, the pass really isn't all that different. There's no special statues or skins in it, so unless you're just looking to get more in-game value, there really wasn't much point to buying it. Again, there's going to be a lot of changes coming to the game in the next, again, I believe it should even be 2 days, 20 hours. So, again, I think the best thing I can do is talk about what happened if it wasn't clear. Again, there's plenty of views already, but essentially the 4 characters that say busted were taken out of the game, and by taken out, for some reason, if you guys didn't know, if you go into the practice area in the game, you can't play them in normal matches, but for some reason you can still play them in here. Again, there's the Royal King, there's the Barbarian King still, so again, they're not completely out of the game, but they will be taken out once the update happens officially. And then again, they're going to be switching a lot of things around. You mostly just want to watch the Squad Talk video for all that update information, or one of the YouTubers reporting on it. But the game is going to be changing very significantly. But again, I'm really looking more to give just, again, I guess, my opinion on the events that have happened in the game. So, again, obviously the plaza here is overrun with monsters, so the first thing that kind of happened out of nowhere is that monsters are invading Squad Busters, right? So we had an event where, again, this is before the characters were busted, and I don't think it necessarily happened all at one time. They sent out like short videos about each character that's going to get busted, but again, essentially they're like, can we push back the monsters? There's monsters versus players. They had some special modes in the game. Again, you can go back and look at other YouTubers' videos on that, but essentially it was like Mad Tree Forest, Ice Spirit Invasion, Mega, I believe it was called Troll Moles, or Mole Trolls, something like that. That was probably my least favorite, because again, the moles were popping up all over the map, even more than usual, and they could spawn these giant purple dinosaur things. Again, I believe they're calling them kaijus or something, I believe, in this game. If I go to, I think it'd be under quests in the book, I can tell you, but oh yeah, I guess would it be in here? I don't know. I mean, Mega Boss Revenge was the last one, except the Mega Bosses were no longer fighting each other, and they're like 3 times the size. That one was absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, we had a bunch of mods where there were more monsters, and we had to fight the monsters, and if you got busted in the match, then the meter went down, and it started at 50%. Again, it fluctuated quite a bit, but the whole thing was a bit of a troll, because it turned out to be rigged the entire time anyway. And we didn't end up getting the busted kaiju emote, unfortunately. Again, yeah, so they're just calling it kaiju, but again, there was an emote you could get if we got to 100%. That was never going to happen, apparently, so I don't even know if that's an actual emote in the game or not, but nobody has that, or at least not if you're a developer, you might, but and we ended up losing that mode, but then they hit us with this event, which I can show you. They said that, again, the monsters are winning, so we need to collect gems to get more power. Again, we ended up collecting 50 billion gems, the entire community, that is. They had a nice video on your YouTube page about that. Again, you can watch it. So again, things didn't go as plans. How did we lose? No matter. We have 9 days of community to heal the world and rebuild what we've lost. So again, obviously, the world is still destroyed. We have to wait until the update before everything changes. But we got even more, I'll say, new game modes. These ones weren't as new as the other ones, but we had Gem Chase and Gem Jam, where in Gem Chase, obviously we had to chase the goblins, and there's the ring spawning in the middle. So these new game modes are actually just old game modes, but they put 2 of them together, but it was like guaranteed to get both of them. So, and you would have Gem Pot and the Mega Mine, and then you would have Gem Grab and the Loot Goblin Rush were events. But again, you wouldn't usually play those modes, and I'll come back to this in a second, because you'll notice again there's these 4 busted characters, and it's actually still something you can do in the game right now, assuming you have all the characters, of course. If you play something like Squad League, or a mode where you can choose your character lineup, if you choose all 4 busted characters, which again I'm surprised they even allow you to do this, and you only have Colonel Ruffs as your one pick, every single time you're going to get an epic in a chest, you get Colonel Ruffs, or every time you get an epic chest at the end of the match, every single epic chest you get Colonel Ruffs as your selection. Again, sometimes it's better to pick an individual character if you don't yet have them, but again, just being able to get constant fusions is incredibly powerful. So, and I know for me at least, I would usually play this while it was going on. I will say, while we had the events, we didn't have the Pinata Festival in the game, so that was gone for like at least 2 weeks. They just brought it back, and starting when they update the game, we're going to have a Pinata Festival events. It should be every day, where we can get the ability to get the new hero Mortis. Again, you can just watch their most recently posted squad talk if you want to learn more about that. But yeah, again, I wouldn't necessarily call it a glitch, but you can get guaranteed Colonel Ruffs at every epic, at least for right now. Again, when I post this, it'll be significantly after anyway. But we had the Squad Busters creators being able to have their own leaderboard for getting gems to, again, heal the squad verse, but at the same time on the Discord there was an individual challenge among actual regular players, again not content creators, where the top 5 got a special limited edition t-shirt from the event. Again, it's something I would have considered doing, but the amount of time you'd have to spend playing the game, like you literally wouldn't sleep if you wanted to be one of those top 5 people, so, and I just didn't have time for that. Otherwise I would have considered, I still might have made like top 100 or something, again just from playing regularly, and again there might have been players who would have made it higher, but maybe they didn't even know it was a thing because they randomly talked about it on a live stream. But again, we also, because we got the 50 Beyond Gems, we got some free rewards, and again that's pretty much it for this May Gem Pass. Again, I think but it was actually before the May Gem Pass that they implemented the monster events right before the May Gem Pass happens. But again, that's really all I can say. We still haven't seen Colt's Challenge in a good while, but again, I'm pretty happy that stayed going, because it just took way too long to complete that thing because it was RNG based. Again, I think something like the Pinata is usually a lot better. Again, having their actual official Squad Busters Discord, they have a way where you can just guarantee join other people's pinatas, so it doesn't even really matter if you have other people to play with. You can just join other random people with their pinatas, and it verifies the amount of sticks that you have. So again, I'm really looking forward to this new change to bring to Squad Busters. Again, I'm hoping in the next 2 days, since we already had the May Gem Pass, but the new season will be dropping while it's still May, they're actually going to start giving the passes, you know, like actually original cool names instead of just naming them after months, because again, what would happen next year? May Gem Pass again? May 2 Gem Pass or something, right? So again, I'm sure they're going to start adding seasonal themes back and all that, but again, I mean, in the updates afterwards, you get to spawn in with a hero and 2 characters, and you can attack while moving, even if it's a bit slower. Again, the game's going to be very different after this update. Again, I should also mention we've had an update countdown, awards calendar. Again, I'll just kind of zoom through this, but again, we started with Bo because that was back when we were trying to defeat the monsters. Then we got this emotes of, again, I guess it should be no surprise, but Paula is the, would you say, witch, or I don't even know what else you'd call her there, but she's the magical head of Squad Busters or something. So again, she gets a little roughed up after we lose that. Again, it was rigged, so we're gonna lose no matter what. But then we just go into other rewards. Again, you'll mostly notice it's gems here because that's when the get gems to save the squad verse event happened again. I don't know if these gems actually counted towards the goal. Again, you could argue that if every player logged in to claim this, it'd already be a significant amount. But yeah, again, we just have a few more rewards to go. Again, something else they mentioned during, I believe it was a previous squad video, that they're going to be giving us special items to help with the event. I don't know what those special items were, if they ever really signified that, but again, you will notice something weird. The very last reward is only one hammer. They've been giving quite a bit of hammers throughout this event as well. In fact, I guess something else I should show off. Again, usually I show off my squad league position. Again, I haven't been able to play enough. Doesn't really matter. I will mention that I got the additional 300 tickets. I have an absurd amount of tickets. 13,810. Again, I forget what the other offer was, but we've also been getting discounted baby offers. Again, it's a fair deal, but I'd rather save my coins for whatever's going to happen in the updates, so I haven't really spent too much on that. I think I bought one of each offer, and we had a similar offer before this with 2 different characters. Again, I don't remember what they were. But again, a lot of free rewards. And I'll show you guys, I actually did end up buying all of the decos, and again, this is kind of funny. I didn't even realize this until I believe it was a Vatowski video, but again, the plaza building structures were usually sold by, I believe it was like the Clash of Clans trader or something, but now they're just being sold by the bowler for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of easy to overlook, but again, I just need the Inferno Dragon rare statue, and then the only thing left I haven't bought is all these epic statues. Again, I don't know if they're gonna like reduce the price or something. Again, it's just kind of weird that they're giving us one hammer after the update. That might signify that they're going to change what plaza buildings do or how you purchase them or something like that. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think. If you've enjoyed the new modes, I'll say. Again, those ones during this gem event weren't really that new, but... And let me know if you've utilized the whole Colonel Ruff's, I'll say, exploits. Let me know what the best comp for this Squad Busters lineup of characters is, again, before the update ends. Let me know if you're excited to see the Pinata come back, but again, other than that, pretty much all the other information's been covered by the Squad Busters team on their squad update, or just the actual content creators usually cover it a lot better than I would. But again, I'll say from a player perspective, I've actually had more fun, I think, in the game than I would have usually had, just because of this Colonel Ruff's, again, I'll say, exploit. Because there's a lot of matches that I've been able to just win. Like, I think for the first time in a very long time, I was able to win a match by just wiping out all the other players, and that hasn't happened in a long time. And again, I will say I've noticed even more bot players too, I think, during this event. I wasn't really sure why. But again, I just, you know, it was just kind of fun to mess around with and actually feel like really powerful in the matches and stuff. Again, the system's going to change a lot. We're going to have upgrade systems and all that in the update, but again, I do look forward to the future of Squad Busters. Again, I'm hoping that this new, it's going to feel like a new game, will hopefully bring players back, and again, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they add clubs. That's something that's really, again, they've been requesting that forever. I think that's something that'll really, again, help with the, I'll say replayability, but just, you know, actually having other people talk to you about the game also obviously adds a lot of joy to it. So, well, that, and you know, the fact that we have plazas, you can't even see other people's plazas, so what's the point of decorating it? But yeah, again, if they do bring the Cult Challenger back, again, hopefully it's improved some way. But other than that, I don't think I have too much else to comment on. I will say I've made it as far as the, just scroll a lot, I'm actually close to the end there. I've made it as far as Basement 2. I'm actually very close to Basement 3. I might get there before the update. Again, not that it really matters, but that's about all the progress I've made. Again, with the amount of tickets I have, I'll also mention, and you may not, or may have noticed, actually I don't know if you can, let's say I bought all of the emotes There's 7 I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure those are the emotes you get from buying those specific character like deals or something, you know. Like I believe there's that mushroom dynamite emote that I don't have because I didn't want to spend $5 just to get that skin in the game. But other than that, I've literally just been able to buy all of the emotes. I have all the skins purchasable with tickets because, again, they just haven't been adding that many more skins or emotes, so I bought all of them and I still have 13,810 tickets. Again, it's crazy to think of that because at one point, again, I even showed you guys in one of my videos that I had negative tickets in the game. That was an interesting time, and now I have way too many. So again, we should be compensated for all the stuff that we have that's changing in the update as well, so again, not to worry about that. But again, it's just been exciting, so yeah. Again, let me know what you think about Squad Busters going forward, and learn that. See how far you can take this, guys.